Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah. Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakakwadash. Yahawah is who the world ignorantly calls God. In the name of his son, Yahawashi, and who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. In the name of the Holy Spirit. I would also like to give a double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that do rule well, that have taught me this truth. And I would also like to say a sincere shalom unto the hopeful elect, unto the true and sincere brothers that are out there prophesying and laboring in this truth and in this doctrine, scattered throughout the four winds of the earth. Unto you I say shalom. Your old America is gone, and it's not coming back. All right, the America that you once knew, or you grew up, freedom and liberty and all this BS that they push out there, that shit's gone. All right, and we're witnessing the downfall of Babylon right before our eyes. All right, this place morally is decaying with all the wickedness that is pushed out in the society, or wickedness that is allowed. Okay, the society in a whole is just, people don't care about anything anymore. Okay, and of course the economy, the dollar. All right, your money is not worth what it once was, and the resources that you had to purchase with your money, you can't get shit anymore. They had shrinkflation. All right, and on top of that, you have a overwhelming influx of migrants that are coming to this country illegally or legally, it don't matter, and causing they're causing tension between the people that have been the people that live here. Okay, the residents in these various cities. All right, we know New York, Chicago, all the major cities are eventually going to feel the impact um, of these migrants that are coming into this country, and it's all by design. Okay, you got to understand, Esau, the devil. All right, he's allowing this to take place. All right, he's giving them. He's allowing them to come in and giving them resources and funds and EBT and all these things, enabled so they can survive. All right, but at the same time, you know, these a lot of these cities, the majority of these cities don't have the resources to go around evenly. All right, so what's happening is, of course, the smaller cities are going to take it's going to take a toll on them first, because they don't have of course as much resources as some of the larger cities. But everyone's going to get hit. Everyone's trying to search back for that old America. You know how it once was, when you could purchase a home, all right. You could save money. You can't do any of that now. All right. So I'm in this article, it's going into Springfield, Ohio, where like, apparently you have 20,000 Haitian illegal migrants that have flocked to the city, and they, I wouldn't say they're calling a ruckus, but they're causing people to feel some type of way. And see, here are a few of the people there at a city council meeting, and the people are expressing their concerns, about everything that's going on. And this is a small city in the Midwest, but at the same time, these problems, these issues are going to spread to these larger cities, and eventually people are not going to be at those city council meetings. People are going to take matters into their own hands. And with Esau, the devil, supplying the other side with all they need, of course they're going to supply them with weapons too. All right, so it's going to be a clash eventually here. It's going to be a civil war here in America, and that's what the elites want. All right, they want they want to the people to exhibit a certain behavior, so they can thus bring forth order. All right, that's a part of the new world order, a new system. All right, so let me I'll read the top of the article, and apparently this was this guy with this duck. This was in another city in Ohio, I believe, not Springfield, but it is what it is. It said the Springfield, Ohio population, 60,000, has been overwhelmed by roughly 20,000 Haitian illegal migrants who flocked to the city, exacerbating a significant house crisis, according to city officials, by eating pets and wildlife, according to locals. All right, so we don't know, we don't know if that's true, but hey, it's possible. All right, I'm gonna play this video of this Jake at the city council meeting, and he's just kind of basically airing his concerns, but I'm pretty sure people that live in his community have the same, have the same sentiments as him.
I think it's like kind of odd that like a guy like me has to come out from doing what I do on a daily basis to have fun, because I see what's going on in these streets, and I see you guys just sitting up there in them comfy chairs and suits, and and I'm getting out here every day, and I'm broadcasting this, and you guys are just sitting up there in suits. Like I really challenge you guys to get out here and do something. These Haitians are running into trash cans. They're running into buildings. They're running into they flipping cars in the middle of the street. And I don't know how, like, y'all can be comfortable with this. Like, I don't know, like, who's getting paid from this. I honestly feel like someone's getting paid from it in the background. You got a bunch of people on a bus getting dropped off at a gas station to come down here. I know a single mom that FaceTimed me this morning at the welfare office that really need something. And it's nothing but immigrants over there. And I don't even want to, seem like I'm coming down on the immigrants, because it's the people that's bringing them down here.
Right, and a lot of Jakes are seeing what's going on. All right, Jake may be into a lot of folly and bullshit, but Jake can understand and see, the bigger picture of what's happening. Okay, and like I said, this Springfield is a small town. I don't know. Like I said, I saw another post where on Reddit where they said this wasn't actually in Springfield, but hey, it's happening. All right, listen to this this lady right here. She's talking about the crime. She says, moment Springfield, Ohio resident tells mayor that she can't take it anymore. A Haitian migrant squat on her lawn, litter in her yard, harass her and her elderly husband daily. So they coming over here doing what Esau is paying them to do. All right, hey, stir shit up, okay? Then they don't want people in these rural areas either, even though this is not a rural area. They want everyone to be in the city, in a centralized location, so that therefore they can have more control.
So much. And I'm done with what I'm seeing. It is so unsafe in my neighborhood anymore. I have the homeless that were trying to camp out, and I have made concessions with them, and I try to help them the best I can to keep them from trying to squat on my property. But it is so unsafe. I have men that cannot speak English in my front yard screaming at me, throwing mattresses in my front yard, throwing trash in my front yard. And I can't. Look at me. I weigh 95 pounds. I couldn't defend myself if I had to. My husband is elderly, and last night, after living in this home for 45 years, he said, Noelle, guess what? It's time to pack up and move. He said, we can't do this anymore. He said, it's...
And the thing about it is you can move, but you can't run from it. All right, unless you move out of Babylon. All right, and people don't have the funds and the resources to move move to another country. That takes green card, that takes paperwork, and these people don't got no money for that. But that old America, with people were used to being safe and having the police patrol their neighborhoods. You call the police and they show up, they take a report, and they handle the situation. That shit is gone. All right, because why is all these incidents happening and no police is in the vicinity? Okay, well you got to ask yourself that. Like how this right here, tensions came to a boil last year. This is last year. Illegal immigrant had from Haiti caused a school bus to crash last August, killing 11-year-old Aiden Clark. This was last year, but so slowly but surely they've been thousands upon thousands of migrants, okay, coming from all over the world, not just south of the border, not just the Caribbean islands. They're coming from China. They're coming from some parts of Africa, some parts of Europe. Of course, you had a bunch of so-called Ukrainian refugees that came over here once the Ukraine conflict with Russia started. So Esau is causing this whole thing to take place. All right, so it can eventually boil over. So the people can just be fed up and say, F this, what's going on. We're going to take matters into our own hands. They come into our lawn. They come into our house. We're going to blast them. All right. And of course, that's going to cause tension. That's going to cause an uprising of the people. It's going to cause wars. It's going to cause civil war, race wars. All these things are going to take place. And it's just a matter of time. And in the prophets of the Lord, we're warning our people. All right. Because at the end of the day, we can't save you from this. All right. The only one that can save you and protect you is Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Okay. The Lord is the one that's going to protect us and save us from dangers. All right. From all these perils. All right. We can't protect ourselves. We have to pray and put faith in the Lord that when these times come, when, migrants or whoever, troops or whoever it may be come to take over your neighborhood or come to, ransack your house, the Lord will protect you. All right, they may pass your house and go to the next house. Okay, but you have to put your faith in Yahawashi Yahawashi. And this may seem like uh, um it may not seem like a big deal. It's not a big deal right now. But like I said, once these events and once these migrants begin to once these prophecies begin to touch home and these prophecies is at your front door where you can't avoid it anymore, then you're gonna know that those guys were right. They those brothers on the corner, they prophesied about this. We were warned about this. Okay, we was warned 2,000 years ago from Yahawashi. Okay, so it's things are happening, all right. And that old America that you thought, was going to come back, if Trump was going to make America great again, you thought America was going to return to what it once was after the, how it was before the pandemic. No, this shit is spiraling in a downward is a position. It's basically taking a nosedive. All right, you ever see a plane crash and you take a nosedive? That's America right now. All right, and eventually it's going to crash out. So let me start with the book of Matthew, chapter 24. Yahawashi spoke of this. And 24 and verse 5, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and deceive many. So you got a lot of false prophets out there. All right, a lot of false messiahs that think they're going to save and protect our people from the perils to come. To save, they think they're going to, fend off these plagues. All right, hey, the elect got to go through it. All right, just like everybody else. But the elect are those ones that have been chosen or predestined from the beginning to be saved from the perils. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. All these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So on top of people invading one another, all right, there's going to be pestilence, all right, famines, disease, all right, earthquakes, all right, so-called natural disasters, even though Esau may be the one causing them. But these things are going to take place all at the same time, where one you can say tragic event happens in another. Okay, this is I'm gonna jump down to verse 12. Because if iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So eventually, these people, all right, where they got whether they Haitians, whether they Venezuelan, whether they Chinese, wherever they are, wherever they may be, all right, they're causing a ruckus. These people, these so-called these American citizens, they're gonna mount up with guns, and it's gonna be all out war in these streets. All right, gunfire is gonna be, it's not gonna be, you hear gunfire, okay, it's gonna be something that's you gonna damn near hear every night, every day. All right, this is Second Ezra chapter. I'm gonna actually start with 15. I'm gonna jump back to 9. Second Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. Oh, that's the race riots that people, fighting, coming against each other. All right, when the modern day sword is the gun. Okay, one people is going to stand up and fight against another. All right, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Not regarding their kings or their princes is basically saying they're not going to regard the government. All right, they're going to take matters into their own hands. They're not going to say stand down, don't fight against these people, call the authorities. People. It's going to get to a point where it ain't going to be no city council meetings to discuss nothing, because people ain't going to show up because they're going to handle the situation themselves. All right, that's the spirit that is growing here in Babylon, because your police, your government, they're not going to protect you. All right, and at the end of the day, we don't condone going out and fighting nobody. All right, because we trust and believe in Yahawashi Yahawashi that he's going to deliver us, he's going to protect us in this time. All right, in these times that we're coming into. All right, let me jump back to the 6th chapter and the 22nd verse, 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouse shall be found empty. All right, so through all these things that's taking place, through all these things that are taking place, hey, stores are going to be looted. All right, businesses are going to close down. All right, that's thus eliminating more resources for food, basically food, medicine, All right, necessities people need to get by, to live. All right, a trumpet shall give a sound which when every man heareth it, they shall be suddenly afraid. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So, like I said, it's going to be people, best friends fighting against each other for food, for pretty much survival. Okay, and at that time, friends shall fight one against another like enemies. All right. Now let me go back to the 9th chapter, 2nd Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, and the signs, the tokens, they represent the prophecies, okay, that we see coming to pass. All right, we see Egyptian rising up against Egyptian. We see, potential race riots, class riots. Okay, this state against this state. All right, you saw that in that movie, Civil War, that came out maybe a few months ago, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, where they had, the Western Alliance. You had these in Texas and California had banded together to come against the government. All right, these things are going to happen. These things are not just in the movies. These things are actual events that can take place and will take place. All right, verse 2, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people. All right, so eventually, you ain't going to just have a few people talking at a city council meeting. You're going to have multiple people, all right, that want answers. They want answers. They want immediate answers. They don't want to wait till, they get the facts, none of that stuff. People are coming with the facts that this is taking place in their city, or this took place on their property, or whatever. They were robbed, and they want someone to do something about it before people, like I was saying, people take matters into their own hands. All right. So we're coming into sorrowful times, all right. Where if you lest you have the shield of Yahawashi Yahawashi, faith, all right, as as the Lord is your shield and buckler, you're going to be through. Okay. Let me see. Oh yeah. Speaking of Babylon, Jeremiah 51 and 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Actually, I'll read 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And all these nations, all right, are sobering up from that Babylonian wine. All right, the philosophies that Esau, all right, Babylon, America has sold these nations, and they've become, they're sobering up now. They become mad. Okay, so hey, America doesn't also has to worry about a foreign problem with these nations. Okay, and also a domestic problem with their citizens here. Okay, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth up to heaven, and is lifted up even to the sky. So Babylon is not going to be healed. You're not going to get that old America back. Okay, you're not going to. It ain't going to be like back in the 90s or back in the 80s or 70s. Okay, it ain't going to even be like in the 2000s. All right, as time goes on, as the clock ticks, America is deteriorating. All right, this place is like a cancer that's getting worse and worse and worse, and we're at the point where it's terminal. All right, you can't bring it back. Okay, you might as well put America in a hospice and let America be. All right, but to those that do have eyes that see what's going on, you better turn to the Lord. All right, because these same perils that these residents in Springfield, Ohio are dealing with, they're coming here to Babylon. Okay, Babylon. They're coming to a city near you. They're coming to your city. It's migrants in your city too. All right. Well, you think that you safe or you live here, and no, they coming to your city. All right, and hey, you can fight fire with fire. You can mount up weapons, but at the end of the day, Yahawashi said, "He that live by the sword, die by the sword." So we're not gonna trust and believe in carnal weapons that we can deliver ourselves, because we can't. We know we can't. Okay, you have to. In these times like this is when you really have to be circumspect. You have to really walk in the spirit, because that's the only remedy for this Jacob's trouble that's coming amongst us. All right. This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Remember the Creator, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right, and practice, practice and build your faith. All right, you can't say I just have faith when you're not practicing faith on a daily basis. Okay, you have to. This faith is not something that, faith is a gift. All right, and you may have faith, but you want your faith you want to have the highest level of faith when these times come. All right, you don't want to lack faith. Okay, you don't want to lack the spirit. Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. You got to seek the Lord. All right, the scriptures say, seek him 10 times more. All right, you should be seeking the Lord. You should be, repenting. All right, trying to do any and everything to get right with the Heavenly Father, so He can fight for you in that day. So His angels will cover you in that day. All right, because we don't know who the hell's in this country now. All right, you could have serial killers, serial rapists. All right, you could have these countries, these individuals that are coming over here. If I hated a certain country, I'm going to send my worst of the worst. All right, let alone with troops and people to infiltrate. All right, that's what's over here. All right, and it's really no way to prepare but to get right with the Lord. All right, I got a few more scriptures. Ephesians 5 and 15. See that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, being circumspect. Means to look around. Okay, to when you go somewhere, you got to be circumspect. You got to be walking in the spirit. You just can't be going anywhere acting like everything is all good and you safe, because that's when your ass will get got. Okay, that's when you think you walk into the store, and he's coming from the store, got your groceries. That's when somebody gonna snatch your shit or snatch your kids. All right, when you're not circumspect. All right, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. We're living in evil days, and this devil is plotting. This devil is planning all this out. All right. And Esau they're gonna use the migrant situation that they created to as another reason why we need this digital ID, digital surveillance. All right, to bring forth that MOTB. All right. Let me skip over to the next chapter and read Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And wiles is the trickery. Was the scripture? I mean, the wiles means methodia, which means the trickery of the devil. All right. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand. All right, we're in that evil day. We're approaching that evil day. All right, where it's going to be lawlessness. It's going to be anarchy. All right, like I said, the love of many shall wax cold. People are going to take matters into their own hand. Shit is eventually going to boil over. All right, and when it does, you want to be prepared. All right, not physically, but spiritually. Not carnally, but spiritually. You want to be prepared spiritually, so while everyone is bugged out, you'll still have a sane mind. You'll still be cool, calm, and collect. All right. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the elect, and I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Harakak Wadash. Shalom.